Well, the transition of heading back to school can be tough for parents and kids alike. But with a little planning, parents can make the shift a little smoother.
Nuvia Enriquez is here with top tips for getting kids back to school. Now, Heather said this segment is just for her because
I feel like it is.
She's ready to get the kids back. So what are some of those top tips?
Yeah, so there's a few very easy things that parents can do. The first one is, for example, getting back into the routine. We know that for some of our kids, the summer has been very lazy, especially if they haven't participated in some summer programs and things of that nature. So making sure that a week before, which probably is right now for a lot of kids, you go back into setting the routine of bedtime, meal time, reading time. Now, we know that they don't have homework, but maybe getting them to have specific reading time so that by the time they start school, it's not so hard to get back into that structure.
Great. So great tips right off the bat. I know that getting them back into that schedule can be difficult. Now, one thing I know we were chatting about on commercial break is kind of setting their rooms up for what's coming ahead, and that's going to be bringing homework home and things like that. So are there any kind of tips for making the atmosphere around them a little bit more school friendly?
Yeah, absolutely. So making sure that you work with your child to designate a specific area, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a room. Maybe for some kids it's the kitchen table.
Okay.
So making sure that that's a very specific area where they know that that's where they go to do their homework. Make sure that that area is in a space that's free of distractions, maybe far away from the TV. And then also making sure that the materials that they need to do their homework and to study are readily available for them so that they don't have the excuse of, oh, I'm going to go to my room to pick up my protractor or my notebook, making sure that you avoid as many distractions as possible. But like I said, it doesn't have to be a room specifically. It could just be an area, a quiet, distraction-free area in the home.
That's right. No toys, no cell phones, no nothing. Yeah, we're focused here.
It's harder than it sounds.
Yeah. But that's the goal is to make it, like you said, you're here. This is what this is meant to be. This area. Now, as you know, we're talking about preparing. But once we kick off the school year, is there something parents can do to kind of stay more involved with the kids are doing throughout the year?
Yes, exactly. And you just mentioned goals. So one of those tips that we offer parents is working with their kids to set goals for the year. So maybe one of them is to make sure they do their homework on that specific homework site, right? We also, whether it's getting an A in a specific subject or turning on in all their homework on time or studying with plenty of time in advance, just making sure that that your kids are establishing goals for the year. And then also making sure you celebrate those successes with the kids. Once they meet their goals, take them out for their favorite restaurant, to the park, or to see their favorite movie. But making sure that, one, you're also setting them up to build that skill of goal setting, but then also celebrating those achievements.
I love that, and what a positive way to kind of start out the year. Totally. I think that's really cool. So I know that one way we kind of keep track of what our kids are learning in school is by, checking their homework and answering questions, but is there any way we can kind of keep track of what they are learning in school?
Absolutely. So one of the big things that we ask parents to do is to take some time to meet their child's teacher. In the beginning of the year, most schools organize parent nights or meet the teacher nights. So take some time to go and introduce yourself and also meet the teacher and make sure that that is a relationship that it's built throughout the year, that it's not just done in the beginning of the year, because the truth is that your child's teacher is going to be your best source of information for your child's academic progress. And then also they can provide tips of things you can do at home. Let's say your child is struggling with something, your teacher can definitely provide recommendations of things you can do at home to make sure that you're both working as a team to make sure your kid advances in what they have to.
Great.
And I think that is really important to not just let school be school and home be home. We need everything to kind of work together. So is there maybe one last tip that you want to leave with parents since we're getting them back on schedule? Was there one good tip we want to leave them with?
Yeah, so we want to make sure that these are not the only tips and resources that parents get throughout the year. So people can definitely visit our website, expectmorearizona.org, where they can find more tips and download resources with things that they can do throughout the year. For example, we have our grade by grade parent guides that tell parents exactly what kids will be learning at any given grade in English and in math, and also what activities they can do at home to help them with that learning. And then also we have information about the AZ Merit parent scores that parents are going to be receiving at the beginning of the year, so they can get more information that way as well.
Nuvia, this has been so great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for getting us ready for this new school year, and have a great year yourself.
Thank you, and good luck with your child.
Thank you. Now, if you're a parent who wants more of a resource for your kids, just log on to expectmorearizona.org/parents.